Firelight Dialogues, Volume 1, Number 4, The Birth of Moral Law. Today we turn from mythic battles and cosmic forces to something more intimate, something that has shaped civilizations, shaped communities, and shaped every one of us personally. Today, we explore the birth of moral law. Not commandments carved in stone, but the deeper questions behind them. How should human beings live? This podcast, as always, is about conversation, not confrontation. So as we walk into this ancient courtroom of ethics, take only what serves you, leave the rest. Live and let live, and keep asking, where is the life lesson in this? Pull up your seat, the fire is warm. Let's begin. Before the law, there was chaos. Long before written statutes, humanity lived in a world where survival depended upon the group. Cooperation, trust, fairness. Without moral norms, tribes fractured. With them, they thrived. The earliest Indo-European clans had unwritten codes, passed through ritual and story. Protect the tribe, honor agreements, respect the sacred, share the burdens, let justice keep peace. These weren't laws in the legal sense. They were the first ethics emerging from necessity. Every culture started here. Now we move to Hammurabi and the first written code. Let's move to ancient Mesopotamia, where King Hammurabi chiseled the first comprehensive legal system into stone. His laws weren't gentle, but they were revolutionary. For the first time, justice wasn't the whim of the powerful. It was written, displayed publicly, and tied to cosmic order. Hammurabi claimed his laws were delivered by Shamash, the god of truth, justice, and divine light. This wasn't just politics. It was the belief that morality itself came from a higher source. Here's the life lesson the ancients were grasping. Order needs fairness, and fairness needs clarity. We'll get back to the fire in a moment, but first, this short interruption. If something in today's conversation stirred a question, or maybe even a disagreement, I'd genuinely like to hear it. You can reach me directly at info@patsanswers.com. That's info at patsanswers.com. And if you'd like to explore these ideas in a slower, more reflective way, the Fireside Dialogues Anthology is available at https://books2read.com/EliasStone. Take what resonates, leave the rest, and I'll see you by the fire in a few moments. Moving to Egypt and the feather of Ma'at. When we travel west to Egypt, their system wasn't a code carved in stone. It was a principle. Ma'at. Ma'at wasn't just a goddess. She represented truth, balance, justice, harmony, and right living. Your heart was weighed against her feather when you died, a symbolic reminder. You are accountable for how you live, not to fear, but to integrity. The Egyptians believed moral law wasn't imposed, it was intrinsic. A well-ordered life created a well-ordered soul. Somewhere in that ancient belief lies a modern truth. When your actions align with your values, you sleep lighter. Let's pause. Think about the laws that shaped you. Family rules, cultural expectations, spiritual teachings, unspoken norms. Which ones helped you grow? Which ones constrained you? Which ones still echo inside your decisions today? Now we return to ancient Persia, Zarathustra and the moral revolution. Zarathustra was one of the most influential ethical thinkers in human history. When older systems focused on order versus chaos, Zarathustra reframed morality around choice. For him, the universe is shaped by two forces: Asha, truth, righteousness, and divine order, and Druhi, the lie, corruption, moral decay. And every human action tips the scale. In his teaching, moral law wasn't cosmic punishment. It was cosmic partnership. You participate in maintaining the universe through your choices. That's a powerful shift. It's the birth of personal moral responsibility. What I choose matters. Now we move from tribal norms to divine command. Later, in the Near East, the Hebrews synthesized these traditions: the fairness of Hammurabi, the integrity of Ma'at, the moral gravity of Zarathustra. But they added something new: covenant. Not just here are the rules, but here is the relationship. Morality wasn't simply obedience, it was belonging, identity, commitment. You were part of a people who lived by a code that reflected their understanding of the divine. Different cultures understood moral law differently, but all of them aimed at the same idea. A good life requires a good way of living. As we close today's dialogue, I want you to consider this. Moral law has never been about controlling humanity. It has always been about protecting it from chaos, from corruption, and mainly from ourselves. And every tradition in its own way has tried to answer the same questions. How do we live well? How do we live together? How do we live meaningfully? You don't need to accept every ancient rule or story. You don't need to agree with the systems that shaped the past. But you can ask, what wisdom from these traditions still helps me live today? Take what you need. Leave the rest. Live and let live. And keep asking, where is the lesson in this? I'm Pat Kanzor. Thank you for joining me by the fire, and I'll see you in episode 5. Before we close the circle tonight, if something here sparked a thought, a question, or even a challenge, you're welcome to reach out. You can contact me directly at info@patsanswers.com. And if you'd like to walk these ideas at a slower pace, the Fireside Dialogues Anthology is available at books2read.com/Elias Stone. Until the next time, keep thinking clearly, and I'll meet you by the fire.